Hello, I'm Charlotte Cronin and I'm the principal investigator for an experiment investigating the relationship between perceived exertion, distance and the effect of music on exercise performance. So hopefully I would have seen you twice previously at the other experiment sessions. And this is just a short sort of video to teach you a skill and a technique that many athletes use and that's very highly investigated in sports psychology. And the skill is goal setting, and it's used to sort of energize performers and enhance motivation. Now there's three basic types of goals that have been identified. The first one being an outcome goal, and that is a goal that's sort of based on the overall outcome of the exercise that you carry out. So for example, you could say my goal is to run a greater distance than I did in the previous session, because that's an overall outcome. Overall you want to run further. And then you've also got a performance goal, and this is specific to the task at hand, what you're actually performing, what you're doing. So you could say, for example, my goal is to run a mile in these 5 minutes without stopping. That could be your goal. And then the last one is a process goal, and this is specific to your sort of physical behaviour, so what your body's physically doing. So for example, on a treadmill, you're having to physically lift your feet up to stride and to run. So you could say my goal is to place my feet further apart so the strides are longer so that I run further. That could be your goal. So these are the three types of goals that I want you to come up with. I want you to come up with one for each of those. So one of an outcome goal, one of a performance goal, and one of a process goal. The main thing to keep in mind is that they should be SMART, and this is an acronym. And the S stands for specific, so it has to be specific to the exercise you're carrying out, so the treadmill running. It also has to be measurable, it's the M, so in time or distance or amount. The A is action oriented, so actually involves you sort of doing something, the goal does. The R is probably the most important. It stands for realistic, so the goal has to be something that pushes you, but also at the same time it's doable. It isn't a crazy goal. You can't say like, I'm going to run 15 miles in 5 minutes kind of thing. It has to actually be doable. And then the last one is time-based, and for you the time base will just be the 5 minutes on the treadmill, so that 5 minutes of the session. So the next time I see you, if you could just jot down these three goals, so one outcome, one performance, one process goal, and bring these with you. We'll spend 10 minutes at the next session at the beginning just going over these goals, making sure they're SMART and that you've understood everything and that. And then what we'll do is after you come off the treadmill, we'll have another look and we'll see if you've reached these goals. If there's anything you didn't understand or you've got any questions about, please feel free to email me at charlotte2.cronin@live.ue.ac.uk. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you.